It's like music to my ears, man. I love this sound of the note block. Playing all the different notes because it means good things happening. Enough of that. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft server. Season 5, can you believe it? Wow, 5 years since this crazy epic adventure began. And I do just want to start off by saying, thank you everyone. The feedback on the first episode, unbelievable. You knocked the ball out of the park. The park is here, the ball is somewhere over there, and I am gobsmacked at the response. Seriously, it was incredible. I loved reading all of your comments. I appreciate all of the feedback. And we're off to a great start this season with our fishing farm, aren't we? A lot of you were asking for a tutorial on this because I didn't use Panda's design, and a lot of you commented about Panda's design. That was the one I originally tried to build. Unfortunately, it didn't work for me. But anyway, I've been busy. You can see I've got some diamond tools in my hotbar. I've got a full set of diamond armor as well. And we are off to a rocking start here on the server. This fish farm is providing us with all sorts of goodies, including XP, and I've been putting it to good use. And there is even more stuff in here now that I need to check out. You can see I've saved a few books in my inventory. Guess what we got right here? We've got some Silk Touch. We've got a mending book. That is like gold dust at the moment. Silk Touch, looting, and another Silk Touch. So we're not going to have a problem with Silk Touch this season. That's for sure. Anyway, if we head outside, you will see that Mr. Hugs is no more. And there is a sign here saying, nothing happened, honest. I've got a feeling that something did happen. And I think it involved a kaboom and a creeper and a player. Unfortunately, Mr. Hugs is gone. To be fair, I'm not too sad about it. He was a creeper and he did want to blow me up, didn't he? So anyway, this is the communal area that we're in right now. And up there on the hill is my home. And we've got a little bit of work to do up there. We will, however, be setting out to where my base is going to be this season, and I'm going to be explaining one or two things about it. And if you notice over there's some trees, there's some cobblestone in the sky. I have been doing some resource gathering, just chopping down trees, getting prepared for what's ahead, you know. And what I'd like to do at the beginning of this episode is start off by just finishing up our house here. There's a few more things that we need to do. And I tell you what, jumping up and down this hill drives me a little bit mad. I've made many trips back and forth from over there to here because I have actually moved our items over here. And I've installed a floor in our room, which is very nice because it didn't have one before. You just fall down here into this space. So down there we've got a branch mine. You can have a look at the resources I've gathered. It's not terribly impressive, but there's some bits and bobs here. We're down to 2 diamonds. Only 2 diamonds left. And then out here is where I've been chopping down some trees and growing some crops in the middle there. And that's kind of what I've been doing. So this house looks very vacant at the moment, doesn't it? There's no furnishings, it's looking a bit rough, and I'm thinking if someone comes over here to visit, that's not the impression I want to get of this place. Before we move on, I want to decorate this place and make it look nice and fancy. And you know me, I'm not much of a builder, I always say it, but I've been pushing myself over the years to do a better job in my building, and we're going to try and do that right now. Something very simple, early game, just get the interiors here looking pretty cool. And so I want a little bit of a porch area, a very small one, not very functional, and in here what we'll do is throw down, let's say, a chest and a bookshelf as well. So chest on that side, bookshelf over here, nice little details. What we really need though, first of all, is a roof. I want to have a ceiling area as well, and it would be a good place to actually store our items, except I've kind of done that down in the basement. So the way to get between the floors will just be the ladder for now, and we're going to go around and place all the slabs at this height. And then that also means that mobs won't spawn up there because these are slabs and we don't have to put any lighting in the roof. So I can feel this coming together, and I think we've got to get the balance between the stone and the woods right around here. Let's pick up these things. This area, though, we're going to raise up with a bunch of spruce, so this bit's going to be a little bit higher. This is basically going to be the bedroom, even though it's going to be very, very small and cramped in here as well. Let's put some stairs at the front, and then some posts on this side, which kind of divides up the room a little bit. That's nice. And then when I was talking about the stone over here, I think keeping the roof this square shape looks real nice. Let's throw in some stone going across here. That gives it a little bit of structure. Yeah, that's got some real nice shape about it. Let's throw some upside down stairs in here just to bring it together a little bit more. And let's sort out this room right here. What I want to do is throw down a couple of droppers sort of in this space. And I think the front of it kind of reminds me of maybe a cooker or something like that if you wanted to make a kitchen. But this is no kitchen. There's just some blocks there to kind of fill in the space and make it look a little bit more interesting. This is our bedroom, so we've got a bed in the middle of it right there. And to pay tribute to our first set of armor, what I want to do is set up an armor stand and chuck some armor on it. This is the first set of iron that we wore. Now that we've got diamonds, hopefully we'll never be wearing this stuff again, and so we're going to leave it. This place is getting there. It's almost done. We're going to need a place to sit down though, and we'll throw in some item frames on either side to make it look like a proper little couch, little sofa. Throw in some greenery as well, put some boxes down here, and I think there's something missing. Something missing in here. It's feeling a little bit breezy. We have no windows at the moment. That's something this room is definitely going to need. Now this is what I'm talking about. This place looks gorgeous now. Few more details. There are plant pots, there are paintings on the wall, and there's stone slabs in the floor, and it all really comes together now, and I think this thing looks great. I'm really happy with it. Let's go up the top here. This is what the the attic, that's the word, the attic. Not too interesting. One lonely little window with a view over the communal area. So before we move on from this place, there's one other thing that I want to do, which is just address the outside. Going to do a tiny bit of terraforming here. Let's have a look at what's going on. So over on this side, that looks really janky. This needs to change and look a little bit cleaner. And over here as well, we just need to finalize what's going on with these pillars that come down. I think they need something behind them, you know. I'm really happy with this starter build. It's a lovely, humble little home, but as you've probably gathered from the map, this season is about the hermits all having their own bases, and it's time for us straight away here in the second episode to head out to my base and get underway with some projects over there. It's going to be amazing. I've got such an inspired plan, and you can see a field in the gap over here. And then we've just sort of dusted that in with a little bit more dirt and some more wood underneath. And that actually looks really nice now that I come around here. This is the first time that I'm seeing it. So we have tied up all the loose ends here, I feel like, and we need to get ready to move out. So I'm going to chop down the trees, dismantle my temporary farming area, and we're going to get on a boat ride. We are going to go travelling across the oceans to a mushroom biome. It's going to be amazing, peeps. I love the view of that house, man. It's really great from all the different angles you can see it. And at the bottom of that hill there is a river which I've just swum down. I was going to say it would be very nice if this could take us all the way there, but there is a cobblestone thing in the way, a cobblestone bridge. Anyway, this river is actually connected all the way out to the ocean, so I should be able to follow this around and get to the ocean, which will lead us to a base. I'm going to put the map on the screen again. So we're swimming sort of north away from the communal area, going through this river, and here it is, the ocean. Excellent. So if ever I want to get back again, I can just do the journey by boat. That's really, really cool. I'm sure things are going to get connected up by the Nether very soon, and actually a Nether port is something I want to set up as soon as we get there. But anyway, so a little bit of a journey. I believe I've got to go in this direction a little bit and then swing around to the left, and somewhere over in that direction we're going to find the mushroom biome. I know what you're thinking. Mushroom biomes, boy, they are ugly, right? I would have to agree. They are a novelty. And we're going to transform our mushroom biome. That's the dealio. This isn't our mushroom biome, though. This is our neighbour's false. I'm just going past her area. There are like 4 different mushroom areas in this seed. It's one of the reasons that we picked it. We've got the quad witch hut. We've got 4 mushroom seeds as well. And my one is the next island over. So this one is sort of connected to the mainland. Again, I'll throw up the map for you if you focus on False's area. I'm sure all of that will make sense. And then R1 is the next one around. There should be like a little area where they come quite close together. And I think we're looking at it right now. I think that's the gap between the 2 of our different mushroom biomes. Excellent. So we're approaching our base. Man, I cannot wait to get here. This thing is so cool. So I don't want to spill the beans and tell you all my plans for this mushroom island. Oh no, in fact I'm not really going to tell you any other than the idea here is to transform the island, to turn it into something completely different. And you might be thinking, well, that's bonkers. Why would you pick this place if you're just going to go and change the terrain? That is a fantastic question. And the answer is, because of the nighttime. It's not going to be nighttime soon, but when it is nighttime, no hostile mobs will spawn here. Now, I like the idea of that because it gives us a peaceful playing option. But also we can play around with lighting a lot more. We can have dark areas and not worry about creepers sneaking up on us and such like that. That is really the big reason that I wanted to go here. Also, if we build a passive mob farm, which is something I do want to do in the future, and I'll tell you about now because we've done them in the past, we're going to be spawning these fellas, which would also give us mushrooms, which aren't terribly useful, but it is slightly different, and they kind of look hilarious, don't they? They're going to be our buddies from now on. Oh, this place, man, there's going to be so many adventures happening here. So having wandered around the island, I think it's time to pick out our starting area, which is going to be the most northern point of the area. For all the plans that I've got, I feel like this is the best place to put some temporary structures. So we're going to flatten the land here a little bit, throw down some starter chests, and then we're going to go into the net. I can't remember if I teased what we're going to be doing earlier or not. I'll tell you what, let's just jump forward in time and you'll find out. So we have headed north of our Mushroom Island, which is over in that direction, so we're facing south at the moment. We've headed north by about 300 blocks, and there is a river that leads into this desert, and there is a village there. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be moving villages, and I'm looking forward to this because I've got an idea. I think we should try and use boats to move them. It might make our lives a lot easier, but one thing that I've done is set up a nether portal over at our mushroom biome. It has a portal in the nether, which is all the way up at the ceiling, and if we do the same thing over here, synchronize a portal, it means the journey is only going to be a couple hundred blocks. So once we get them into the nether, life should be a lot easier. So I want to check out how these boats are going to work, and I believe that no one else has been here yet, which means we've got a fresh village to raid at the moment. So you will be our test subject. Oh, he went straight in! Yes! This is amazing. I'm also sort of stuck in the block here. Right, so capturing these villagers is going to be pretty easy, and then that means that this is all going a little bit crazy. There we go. That means that moving them into the portal should be relatively easy as well. Now let's look for a chest. Let's see if there are some resources here to be raided. Where's going to be a good spot? Aha! Blacksmith building. Right, so if we jump up here, this is going to have a chest. Let's see if it's been raided yet. It hasn't. Well, actually, it could have been, and whoever came here decided they didn't want iron boots. I'm not sure that I need iron boots. Actually, I don't need anything in there. We've got loads of saddles already. Right then, we've got some bookshelves over here. Definitely going to chop those down, and we will look for some more chests as well. Right, so that seems like it was the only chest in the village, which is fine by me. It also makes me think no one else has probably been here yet. And there is a desert temple over in that direction somewhere, and also north of here as well. So we can pick up some goodies, but what I really want to do is secure some of these villages before the sun goes down. That's what we're going to do first. Let's forget about that nether portal. I do have some obsidian with... Well, that was sort of smart and sort of not, because... Can I nudge the boat? Not really. Okay, so when we get these guys into a boat, what we want to do is then probably secure them so no mobs can get to them and no other villagers as well. So I'm going to pick out some of this sandstone. Actually, I've got to be a little cautious here because I believe this area is an area not to be mined for resources. So maybe if we like tore down one of these buildings, like no one would ever know, and then we can use these blocks and they would help us get all these villagers sorted out. I also have no wool with me. I've just realised that I can salvage these and then we can make a bed so I can sleep before it gets dark, which makes things a lot easier. I'm over here without a bed and I'm thinking like that, you know, we've got to get this sorted out before the sun goes down, which ain't going to happen realistically. Some of these villagers are probably going to die as the zombies make their way over to the village. So when we can sleep, that's much better for them as well. Smooth sailing, I tell ya. Smooth sailing. I got a smile on my face because this is going really well. I'm remembering last season where we used minecarts. Boy oh boy was that difficult. And now that I've made the tunnel, it feels like the rest of this is going to be really easy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to experiment a little bit. I haven't tried anything here, but we have to bring the boats over like this. A little bit slow, but really actually not that bad. Now if I jump out here, I think I then have to break the boat and not hit the villager. Boat, please. There we go. Excellent. You saw the villager go through, right? That's a really good sign. And should we follow it through? Yeah, let's follow the villager through. Aha, there is something else we need to do. We need to make it so the villager can't go back into this portal, which is something I haven't done. Now, you need to get out of here, and we'll let him roam all the way down this tunnel as far as he likes. But right now, what I need to do is add something like that and then put a couple of ladders on it. And luckily for us, we got some in my inventory. So let's put 2 there and just make it... I don't know if they can use ladders. I can't remember. I do all this testing in my myth busting series and then I forget it later on. Also, I don't want this guy like wandering off all the way down and finding his way into the portal. All of this tunnel is secure, by the way, so we'll put a little breaker right there. And that's it. It's going to be smooth sailing now. It shouldn't be too difficult to get these guys through. Here's my next trick. We might be... Hey, that's not a very good trick. Let's place 2 blocks there. Maybe we can use water to push them into the... Whoa, 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 slow down, slow down. Oh, there's a gap right there. Oh, and then... Hey, hang on. No, 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 no. Oof. He took some damage, unfortunately. He took some damage. So our villager friends look good. There's a lot of them through here. And I think we only need a handful to get going. Because, of course, we're going to build a villager breeder. And a lot of these guys, man, I tell you, they took damage on the way through. They have been soldiers. We've got to get them some healing potions later on. But as of right now, they need to get out of this portal. And we need to go through to the other side. I'm kind of done here. It looks like we need to sleep in the bed. I've been looking at the map and there are... Well, that's kind of awkward. I hope that means we can sleep the night away. There's 5 different desert temples on this big continent. And there's lots of villages there as well. So I figured we should do a raiding run and hit them all up and see what kind of materials and goods we can get from this. And also I've got a little bit of tidying up to do here. I didn't take all of the villages. That guy's been standing on the hill the entire time. He never moves. And then there's one around here in a boat. I didn't really want to rip up all of this ground just to get it around the corner. And we got loads of them, so it doesn't really matter. So, the next one, we got to head north and over to the right a little bit. We might be able to catch a glimpse of it if we can get high up here, but it's basically probably about 100 blocks over in that direction. Just behind me, there was a platform over there of dirt above the sand, and it really looked like an Enderman farming platform, so I thought, oh well, someone's been here in the area and they've gotten all of the goods, right? But it doesn't look like they've come to this one, so this is ours to raid. Now we've got to remember to break the pressure plate and also that there is TNT here to be picked up. And that's not good. We got some ghost blocks and I could have very nearly fallen on top of that. How disastrous would that have been? And I know you can't see a thing down here because it's very dark. So let's pick up this TNT. Let's open these chests one by one. We've got bones over there. We've got some gold. Mending book. Oh, yes. That is excellent. What a reward. And we've got a Steve head in there. Cursor binding. And not too much in here. I know it's not the most interesting thing ever, but I really love this natural arc. I think it's cool. It sort of goes outside this way. It kind of looks like a ruin of a building because of the arcs, but it's actually sand. If I touch that, it'll fall down. And we've got the falling particle effects there. They look seriously cool. Anyway, the next one is over here. Let's go and raid this thing and see what we get. So this one's got a golden apple and also some emeralds, which is something I was hoping to find because when we get trading with the villagers, we'd like to have a few of those to begin with. Although it's probably not going to be hard to get some off the villagers. They got loads of trades, but it certainly helps. Let's move on to the next one. So I visited 3 of the 5, and I figured actually we should probably get back on with this, because it does take a while roaming around that desert. But we got some goodies, so everything's good. I was just thinking what's going to make our lives easier here if we add some stairs, because we're basically going to end up nudging these guys a lot. I don't have any leads to pull them along. Again, can't remember if you can do that or you need another player. I think you might need another player to leash them. But anyway, we're going to have to nudge them along a lot and hope they decide to make their own way over here as well. And then slowly block them off in these new areas. It's going to be a bit of a pain, really. I wish there was another way of doing this. I need a better idea than this. This is going to involve me nudging them all the way across. Although sometimes they do walk off the edge and fall down here. But the idea is it's like a one-way system, right? Once they come over this bit, they can't go back again. But I've probably got to nudge them most of the way here. Now, I think this is where it's probably smarter to use minecarts. You've got them in a contained area. You don't have to worry about them running around the village so much. But still, I'm not so sure if that's going to be much faster, because getting them into the minecarts is such a pain. And I know there's tricks and ways to do it, but usually they keep getting changed with every update. Now we're in Snapshot 06A, by the way, and I have no idea what will work with this. So we'll give this a try for a while, and I'll scratch my head, and maybe we can come up with something better. Is this a big coincidence? Every time I knock this guy forward, they walk in that direction. They don't like zombie pigmen. Oh, that's the way we do it. Hey, you're coming with me, man. Alrighty then. Well, that's terrific. And I've got these trapdoors right here. We can just throw them down like that, although I think they need to be on the top half. And that stops this guy from wandering back. which I thought was going to help me. Oh man, that's so good. That is so good. Excellent. So all we got to do is nudge this one guy along, and then they'll all move out of the way. He's herding them. Brilliant. We're herding villagers, peeps. It's working. And there it is. A few minutes later, this is all done. Slight problem. Even bigger problem. How am I going to deal with this, eh? I just need to get over the top of them, really. And hey, no, I don't want to trade. There we go. Right, now all of you get through that portal already. We got them back safe and sound. But oh no, it's night time. Oh no, zombie villagers and zombies are going to spawn and come after our villagers. But then again, it's a mushroom biome. Perfect combination, I say. Perfect combination. Do you know why I wanted to do it like this? Because this is going to be such an epic start. Not only can we trade with villagers, get loads of amazing resources, get them farming resources for us, we don't even have to worry about mobs, because they don't spawn over here. Although I will say that around the edges I've noticed there are a couple of little bits of grass. I can just see some over here, and that could be a problem, because that is technically a different biome, I believe. Let's go and check it out. So we're in Mushroom Islands, and then over here we have Ocean. Right, so I need to basically slab this up and stop things spawning on it. I feel like these are the kings of the islands, because it's kind of central. But these things can spawn on top of a mushroom, I guess. That is quite a funny sight, actually. This game can be so derpy sometimes, I tell ya. Ladies and gentlemen, someone's been playing some rock music. We got a villager mosh pit going on over here. What is up with this? Look, as soon as this pigman came through, they all started going crazy. Oh, crazy villagers. It's all about to get crazy up in here, I tell you, because check that out. What is this weird-looking blob of blocks? It is a villager breeder. What we got to do is put a villager in at the top. Well, I say one, a villager. I mean villagers. We need lots of them. And they go into this little gap. There's like 2 rings of slabs. They stand on top of the fence. And then you give them food. And when they make baby villagers, the baby villagers get separated down here into the water. And then when they grow into an adult, they will then swim up the water. And I need to put the last bit right here. Got to watch out for the hitbox though. Bam, there we go, because otherwise we're clicking that thing. And yeah, they'll go up through the water stream and drop down over here. So something we should really do, I should craft some more fences and we should make like a temporary containing area for them. But what I want to do is just let them roam free in the beginning. So we'll make like a big fenced area and then trade with the ones we want to trade with. So getting them up there is going to be a bit of a pain, but we're going to use stair blocks. So we can make a stairs and then I'll nudge them up one by one. I think that'll be nice and reasonable. This is probably one of those moments where using minecarts would be better. But if you'd like to know how to build this villager breeder right here, then there'll be a link to it in the description box. It was made by Bit. I've used some of his designs before, and this is one that I haven't used, and it can be expanded, it can be made bigger and better, and that's stuff we're going to do here in the future. For now, we just want something to get the villagers going. And I gotta say, my patrons are awesome, because I watch them play Minecraft. I log on there, I go into spectator mode, I teleport around, and I pick up some really good tips and tricks from them. We recently had a world reset, and this is one of the things that I noticed in a lot of people's bases, is that once you've grabbed some villagers, man, this stuff is super simple early game, and the villagers are very powerful. Once you start trading with them, once you get them to do farms for you, you can make a lot of progress. So we're going to put these guys to work very soon. Look at them all running around. They're a bunch of derps, I tell ya. So yeah, we'll get them automatically farming potatoes and wheat and carrot and stuff, and then that same stuff is used to feed them to get them breeding. It's a really good way of getting going, you know. This zombie pigman, he might just be the best pigman ever. Let's see what happens now. Are the villagers going to try and use this cap to run away from him? They are. They're taking him with him. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. This is bad. I need to punch this guy. Okay, wait a minute. What? So that guy's in there. No, don't get out of there. He's jumping up and down. So I wanted a few more of them to go this way. Do you know what? I think I should probably get... Oh, wait, he's going back. This might be really good, because I don't want him going in there. Excellent. That's the way. That is the way. Oh, no, 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 no. Enough of that. Don't push him in here as well. Oh, I'm not sure how to deal with this. Okay, I'm going to get in here myself. Make sure this guy... Oh, no, they're pushing him back again. They won't even give me a chance here, I tell you. No, no, this has got to stop. This has got to stop, okay? Guy, you're getting wrecked. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. It's just going to be a problem. Right, let's push these ones in. Oh. Right, so we got to get you lot out of here. if I remove that slab and this glass, you'll be able to wander out of there, because it turns out that I've missed a step. So what I've done is I've gone and looked at the video and kind of assumed you can look at what you're building and rebuild it. Turns out actually what you got to do is push down some blocks between the villages and sort of get them to go inside of a slab that should be there. Now they're standing on top of that fence post. It could be something else I've done wrong here as well. But anyway, they're standing on top of that fence post and they actually need to be sort of inside it. So I've missed some crucial steps here. And another thing you also need is a villager in this area with 6 doors. And I figured, well, where I'm at right now, I feel pretty good with this. When we come back in the next episode, I should have those things done for you. And then we can crack on with breeding villagers, trading with them, getting them to farm things for us. It's going to be an amazing start to this season. And I'm loving it. By the way, thank you so much for the wonderful feedback and support on the first episode. It was incredible. I loved reading all of the wonderful comments. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it as always. And like I always say at the end of the video, if you've enjoyed it, leave a like. As always, thank you for your support. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.